Okay. Okay, cool. It's working. Cool. So, welcome to another day of building Microsoft's Recall clone. So, kind of a half-baked version. Um, Last time we were together was on Thursday, and it didn't go so well. I was trying to build a UI. Well, kind of went well half of it, and then was trying to build a UI and ended up messing up my system. So I thought I'll try again. Um, and this time I decided to maybe prepare just a little bit more than usual by finding an alternative. So I found this project Solara that allows that basically it's like a Python UI that works over the browser, but it allows us to create web applications that work a bit like React. I mean, it's what's on screen. So pure React, pure Python, but it works like React. So I thought I would give that a try. Just before I started this, I did try to install on a different project, just like a dummy project, and it seems to be pretty easy. I thought I would try that. So let's see how far we get. I do not have much time today, but I kind of wanted to finish the project with at least trying some UI. Uh, Today, as I mentioned before, my goal is to have like a project a week, unless it makes sense to extend, but a project a week at most, or at least, sorry. And then and that's it. It stops. We get as far as we get in a week, and that's it. So so yeah, let's see. So today I'm going to try maybe go slightly faster. Let's see how that goes. Um, if I have time, I also want to maybe tidy up the project, the GitHub page, although that I can do offline. So okay, so let's see. So we've got a recall Python file. This does both the processing and the getting the answers. So it's kind of all just one file. We're treating this as a notebook of sorts. We did move the document store to its separate thing. So what I was thinking today is um, to split the code that does the processing of the images, and we didn't get to take the screenshots automatically, but um, we would treat it as something. I just did one more. Uh, Sorry. Let's paste this one so we have more data. Yay. Um, Good. Okay. Okay. So let's split this into the recall phase and the taking the screenshots. And the reason is because we want to turn the recall into the UI. And the reason why that is important to separate is because of the way this works. So if you know Streamlit or similar frameworks, your program is the UI. So we want to definitely have it clean as it just runs the UI. I mean, it's possible we could keep all in one place, but it also doesn't look as nice. So yeah, let's see how we're doing here. Um, so I do have my phone under, and I just keep checking if everything is fine. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Documentation. We're going to have to install something. We've got this back to main. I have um, moved all the code that did not work from last time into a different branch, and it's there, and it's pushed into GitHub, but I'm going to ignore it for now. Okay, so let's get started. Let's install. Should be fairly quick. Definitely better than last time. Okay, so first script. So look into this. I mean, it does feel pretty simple. So state is kept in these reactive Solera state containers or whatever they call them, variables. Okay. And then I guess our application renders the state and links kind of binds both the reactive variables to the UI. So you can see things here. Value sentence is kind of bound there and continuous update. So what do we want to build? Today I do have some notes prepared here, so let's raise this. Um, we want just something like really basic. So is this the right color? Let's see. Yep. Okay. So we want just text box, send button, and then we display a grid, and actually here some result. So result, and then a grid of relevant images. Um, and then maybe if we have time, some caption for the image. One thing to consider is that the way this works, and if this is the first time you look into it, I recommend checking the previous videos. They're on YouTube, and I'll try to link that somewhere. But the way it works is that we take many screenshots, so you can see them here, and then we extract information and store all that into a document store. And then when the user asks questions, we find the documents or the screenshots that are the closest to what the user is asking, so that could answer the question. We run them through a LLM again to answer the question. And yeah, we actually don't send the screenshots for now, just to save money. But that's it. Once we have the answer, we have both the answer here and also some related screenshots. Not all of them will be related because right now we always get the top K, and we have yet to. Well, we won't. Today is the final day, but we could then have something where the LLM that gives us the final result truncates the documents and keeps only the most relevant. But that's it. Space for improvement. But let's see. If we get at least showing something, that would be cool. So we've got it installed. Let's continue. So what I was thinking is let's start. Yeah, let's just create a new file. Actually, sorry. Recall. We're going to rename this one. Oh, to process screenshots. Uh, it will make more sense in a minute. Okay. Always good to do renames in separates. Okay. Okay. So the reason for this is we want the recall to be just the recall stage, and we were going to build the UI from scratch there, so it's easier if we start with a clean file. So here we go, recall. Okay. So let's go. So first thing, let's import what they have here and explore it. Import Solara. We've got in the VM. Please tell me we're not going to run into issues again. Is not what is not exported from. Yeah, let's figure that out. Um, okay, so we've got this. So what is happening here? Like before we run, let's just try and figure out. So we've got the variables, as we said. Uh, we got these are just normal Python values as we're running. So this is a component. So we're going to render a page. So in this example, I guess we're giving the user the choice to set the word limit for some text field, and then we're typing something in the text field and validating if it is correct. Okay, so let's see. Uh, so how do we run this? Yeah, so this is what we should see. Their documentation is pretty cool actually because it was built with this system, so it's interactive. Uh, so this fits, and then we go, boom, boom. There you go. Boom. Okay, so slider runs this. It has the label, the value that is associated, any limits. The input text is what comes under. Has a value, so this is pretty cool because we're going to need this. And then The continuous update, probably not. We want to run our LLM on a button press. I'm not sure if they recommend doing it differently. And then this actually runs the code as we're rendering. And I did inspect their documentation a little bit. And basically, they mentioned that they render things lazily. So this component, basically, this part of the code will only run if this component has to be rendered. So in this case, it does every time we change. But do keep in mind that this is running every time we change the state for this component. So another thing I did find while I was exploring is in the example, we have AI and we have chatbot. So this is going to be very useful. And I must say, in the name of time, we may use it. But first, let's see if we can get it to run. Okay. Installing. Let's go. Install. Leading edge, pre-install. Actually, we were not here. We were there. Okay. Pip install. No, what? How did we end up in a different example? Not sure, but doesn't matter. We okay. So we run it like this. Not this. Sorry. Solar run. This is the test I was doing before, as I mentioned. Recall. Okay. We got our first UI. Woohoo! Okay, so now we want to be able to send some messages to OpenAI when a certain button is pressed. So I would say we want to use this and then inspect. Let's use theirs, and then I cannot forget to um, also. Oh, sorry. Let's just make sure we don't forget to add something here. So for now, we just do this one. Okay. So that's running. Out of curiosity, does it hot reload if I make changes? It does. Cool. Okay. So that's cool. Um, so, but for now, because we're going to do a bigger change, let's stop it. Let's get this. And let's start making sure that it works and then move from this. Okay. We've got OpenAI. Actually, I'm going to, because we have already something that calls OpenAI there. Let's leave it here. Okay, so we got this. Actually, that's not the one we want. We want this. Uh, let's simplify. So we got that. Let's just copy. Let's just assume that it exists. Okay. Oh, sure. And then, so that's fine. Okay, then we have the messages that we're sending. And if we go back to this so that we don't have to be running everything and we can start changing, we go back to the examples, AI, chatbot, it is actually running here. So basically what they're doing is you can type a message. So, hey, send. So this does what we want. Hello, can I see you? Okay, cool. And then just adds there. So it even looks pretty cool. But we're going to change all that. So let's see. No API key, so we don't need that. We always have API keys. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, okay, recall. Let's close this. Add chunk. Okay, so this is adding to the messages. Keeps a bit of its value, so it's always kind of a functional reactive mode. So we're not mutating the values. We're always replacing them. Okay, so use the message count. Oh, and I think it may. My daughter is crying, so you may hear something. Um, no worries. My wife is taking care of it. So. Okay. Okay. So rendering the page. We have user message counts. For now, we can ignore that. What variables do we have? Only the messages. This is the thing that changes our messages. So we're going to have to change this. So we're going to have a response and some images, which I don't quite yet know how we're going to keep it in there in the state, if we can keep anything like an image object or not, but we'll see. And so let me turn on some fun. This is getting quite warm in here. Okay, so we call OpenAI. So this is kind of the meat of our requests. Let's also move this here. For now, I am not going to care too much about duplication. Okay, close it here. OpenAI client. If no OpenAI, we just ignore that. And if there's no message, oh, I see. So this is basically just this is making sure we have some user message. And the reason for that is because this is a chatbot, so it's sending all the messages, the entire history. It's funny that I did find a bug here because it does mean, obviously, this is accounting for that the sent, but it does mean we could. It's not checking if the last message is the user message, so that's interesting. But it does prevent you from sending anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so we don't really care for this, but let's get it to work first. Interesting. Stream true. You probably also don't care. We'll see. And then chunk, finish reason, stop, add chunk. Um, finish reason, stop. Okay. API, finish reason, stop. Just to make sure I understand what that means. Okay, so finish reason. Okay, so stop, return the complete message. Yep, okay. So that's fine. Cool. Still in progress, okay. So what are we doing here? We're going through the chunks, and if the finish reason is stop, we just stop going. And we add the chunks. The response, yeah. And contents, where are we aggregating this? And when we add, we're adding there, I see. So we're also going to not do that. Oh. Okay, so we're going to change that, but I'm just not sure if I understand. Oh, I guess when we stop, we don't have any anything else, but I would kind of expect that you might still have maybe in the streaming. Okay, so what I'm thinking is like, why don't we also check if there's some content now, like we would just return, so it only appends while we're not stopping. Like I'm not entirely sure if in the result the last when it returns. So as you can see here, so it returns the choices, stop. It can still have a message. So I'm confused. I think it's in the streaming mode. Not sure if I have time to test that, but like my guess right now is that in streaming mode we're expecting to get the chunks over time, and then the last one will just have the entire message and have stopped. Since we've been aggregating already, we don't need that. But I will actually want to simplify and change that to just get the message one time. I'm going to remove streaming for now. Let's get this to work first. Okay, so chat message. Oh, interesting. Um, that's the render, I guess, for the chat message. Do we need to import that? It's already done. Why is this complaining? Missing a parameter, children. I guess. Okay, for now I'm just going to trust that it works, and let's see. Oh, hey. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've got it to work. Okay, so let's commit. Got Solara chatbot to work. Okay, so let's now change quickly. So now we're going to start moving into doing the requests we want. So we have them here, loading the store, and then displaying some result. So, I have very tight amount of time, so getting a bit nervous now, but at least we're progressing. So even if we don't get to the end, we got somewhere. This will be useful for whatever next project. Okay, so first let's just make sure this works. So if I take that, and then I say that, like if I were to replace this like that, then just return. Okay, so this stop return. Okay, so we still return, it's just with there. Okay. Actually, we don't need this because it's already at the end. So many ignores. Okay. Use task. Okay, so I'll research independently what this does. I assume it's just running asynchronously, and then has a dependency on the state, so we know when to or what we're updating. So it binds everything together. Okay. It disconnected. Obviously, I did stop. Oh, let's keep it let's keep it running and just open a new tab. Okay, so choices. Has it not? Okay, so choices. So tuple. Ah, yes. So we're assuming we're returning a chunk, but it's not true anymore. So now what we're doing is response choices. We actually don't care so much about this. Let's see if this works. Response choices, message content. Okay. Yeah, and this is the delta. Okay. response choices, message, contact. Was complaining. I guess it can be none. Okay, for now, this is okay. If this works, we don't need a chunk anymore. Yeah, okay. So we simplified a little bit, and we don't need a chunk. Are we adding this anywhere else? No. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we've got a response. And what we want here is to send the question. So it's bound by that. User message count. This is a response. Okay. Messages. Where is it being sent? We're using it inside call. This is probably just because it's declared here internally. Do we need it? Probably not. What are we sending? We're sending all the messages. Okay, so let's start query, Solara, reactive, and yes. And now what we're going to do is just when did I last use OBS? Or actually, even better, what version of OBS am I using? Okay. So what we're now going to try and do is just at least get to the point where the query is being sent when we press send. So here we should have query value. We don't care about this. And then response. Okay. Response. Solara reactive. Okay. We actually don't care about messages anymore. So the chat box is going. Task pen. If task is pending, I'm thinking that's cool. So now this is where we render the both the response and the other thing. Okay. So with chat box and with chat message on content. So the width here, the context setting is just creating the DOM itself. It's like rendering the children. Uh, and if task is pending, okay. So you know what? I am going to remove even the column. See, we go back to a simple page. We don't care about this anymore. Okay, not used. What we send is query oh, it's like, oh yeah, this is just adding to the messages when we press send. So that's not quite what we want. We want something else. So when we press send, where is it? Call API. This calls. This is the part I'm not fully understanding is that it calls all the time. I guess, yeah, it was only calling if we had messages to send. Oh, I see. I see what we're doing. Okay, this might not be the best way to do it, but I'm just going to try something quick. So, user, let's say, so it was sending, and then if it has something. I'm not sure if I understand what's going on here. I think it's the fact that we don't call things, we call it lazily, but we press the send button and it was adding here, and then we were counting how many messages we had, and we were calling OpenAI based on that with the dependencies, etc. Um, but I think there's a lot of magic that is going on here. So I want the send, but where is the send being used? Okay, there you go. Chat input, send. Yeah, disable while it's pending. Use task that runs a function. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. So this is the response. Okay, chat completion. Oh, I see. Answer. Okay. Okay. We're going to use that. Actually, let's just remove this. You know what? I might be seeing this the wrong way. I could just embed everything here. The problem is rendering the images. So okay, let's take this out. Okay, messages is invalid. Yeah, so far that makes sense. This is the only part I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. So messages. Um, let's just restart. Okay, so message invalid type for messages. Expect array of objects. We got a string instead. Where? Ah, yes, 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 yes. So we do need to build something here. So we already have that, the recall stage. So we need this. Um, okay, query. And we're going to build. Okay, so this is the part where I shouldn't have deleted that. Okay, so list of message dig. Okay, so we do that. Create messages. We pass this on. Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, okay. So now let's just copy this. We don't. I'm kind of getting self-conscious. I'm running out of time. So for now, content, documents to prompt. We're going to have to do something about that. Answer prompt. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So documents to prompt. So we want to pass the document store somewhere. We don't need it to be reactive. It's one of those bound. Um, yep. Okay. So star. Can Okay, well, this is not going to be pretty, but for now, if it works, I am happy. So every time we're going to load the store every time, every time we need. So we create documents to prompt. Very so documents to prompt. Boom. Yep. Okay. Okay. And you know what? We're going to oh, do this here. Maybe I should get everything out. Okay. What? Okay. Stars folder. And then documents. Where are we getting the documents? We do a search. And now we're going to hard code this. If we need to load a star. Okay. Okay, so we've got the screenshots. We can type a message. We can get something. And I need to be able to render a text box. Let's see. Actually, let's go into text. Is there something here? So I don't think we're going to get to render the images, but there are the examples for that. So yeah, input text, input text. Yeah, I just want paragraph or something. Okay, examples. live output. What is this? Um, this is very cool, but not what I need. Okay. So Markdown. Oh yeah, um, that was there before. Oh, I mean, it was right in front of me. Uh, style. Okay, we're just going to do the same and else. Now, uh, if answer dot value, we just do that. Okay. Whee! You are using that button. So anyway, what I think is happening now is that we're calling, hopefully not on constantly calling this. Actually, let me, sorry, great debug skills. Okay, we did it once. Yeah, okay, cool. So then we need to make sure that that input changes so-called send, and then whatever was in the send messages value message. Okay, it gets a message. So now we need to set the query value to that. Okay, and now we're going to do this. You want to have anything? So it's thinking, I'm still sending something. I guess from before, if I restarted, it should be empty. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. So now what we do is we only send. Where is it? We only send if. Okay. So if query value, if not query value, we just return. And if we stop this and start again, it shouldn't do anything until we add the query value. Yep. So what version of OBS was I using? Sends. Oh, great. It's not doing what I thought. So message. Okay, let's see. Oh, we did get. Now I'm confused. Okay, so yes, 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 yes. Dependencies, dependencies, query. Something along these lines. Yay. Okay, so what version of um, OBS was oh, OBS was I using? Is it working? Hmm. Okay, so my assumption was that without that dependency, it just wouldn't know to trigger this when the query value change. Let me go back to that. How is this triggering? So if it is zero, it just returns. Yeah. Um, okay. Okay. Any message. Okay. What? I think it's just the loading state that is not working. This. That's fine. Was there something changing? Okay, no problem. So the what's OBS version? The message. We did not call this, so that's fine. 10 or 9? Yes. Version. Okay, so I need to read up on tasks, obviously. Let's put one more. Calling up an AI. Let's go. Calling up an AI. Bam. Now, what does it only do on refresh? So I'm definitely doing something wrong here. How was it before? That value. Um, I'm just guessing here, but let me try. Query to send, so it's going to be query value. Query to send, query to send, query to send. Okay, no messages. Okay. Adobe S version. Yay. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if I understand what's going on there. Other than the binding wasn't quite working how I expected. I think it's probably just look at the values. So the dependencies themselves just look if the values are different. And because I sent the actual reactive object, it's always the same object. It's only the value that changes. So, and the way to prove that quickly, I'm going to regret not having backed this up. Wait a second. The way to prove that quickly is by passing the value. Okay. There. Okay. Cool. So I may need to go now. So uh, we can get the answers there, just not the images. Just need to send a message. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Output layout. What is here? Grades. Grade fixed. View source. Um, VBox. Not sure if I need that. Okay, so with that, if there's an answer, so actually I want this question, then this. Okay, actually, if not, we return. Otherwise, now we go up and do this. And now I need the documents. Documents. So they're loaded here, which is unfortunate. Uh, this document. Okay. Now what we're going to do is just say this value. Sorry. Value. No, if this is going to work, but it's the easiest to try. Actually, let me just go here. If oh, actually, okay. If not documents value, we return as well. Okay. So here, documents value. And now, nah, cannot have done this, can it? Documents, what is in the documents? I keep forgetting. Document, oh, great. It's the details and it's the details and then coded image. Okay. Uh, okay, document there. Then we go details, boom. And then let's see what they say. So, and then Solara, bam. Does this work? Who knows? Okay. Was that not a good idea? I don't think it was. Okay, print, sending messages, and calling. Is there any other? Why is it printing all that? Okay. So, what's my OES version? Going to go crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Found them too long. Okay. Um, I think I may need to go very, very, very soon. Image. Where was the image? Okay, import fill. Import pill, and now we decode. So decoded image. Stop it. Um, okay. From fill import image, and then image, right? Something like this. Import base 64. Oh, okay. Hill, pillow, Python, load image from base 64. Image string. There. There. Bytes.io from bytes.io. Okay, that's all. Right? Okay, and then oh, it was indeed with the open. What's going on? Hmm. Okay. Ah, decoded image. Let's run. Ah, crazy code. Okay, so what's my OBS version? I'm thinking, please render something. Okay, well, it is kind of rendering, so we would need to truncate. So, this is actually quite cool. Okay, cool. So let's see. Let's move these, put the text under. Um, oh, yes, actually, an interesting thing, it will always be refreshing because we do not reset this. So now we're fine. But yes, we're rendering. Ah, cool. Wait, give it a second to just reload because I just changed something. Come on. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, there's some refresh issues. I mean, the code is not great. Let's just commit this. I don't want to lose it. Okay, renders grid with images. Thanks, Solara. Cool. No, I'm already 5 minutes late, so I will have to go. But this was actually quite awesome. Cool. Anyway, so if you're watching this on YouTube, just follow both YouTube or find Twitch. I still need to add the links there. And next week, new project. So see you soon. Bye.